Welcome to Hoi An, a stunning ancient town filled with lanterns, culture and amazing food. Today we're exploring it all, from a local Vietnamese breakfast to a traditional performance and even a sesame soup demonstration. So let's dive into everything Hoi An has to offer. Good morning Vietnam, welcome back to the vlog where today we are heading into the Hoi An Old Town to explore that a little bit further. We bought some tickets yesterday and we've still got 4 more attractions to go to, so we're going to go and visit those. Then we're going to ask around about the basket boats. So we don't know much about these. They look cool and good fun to go inside, so hopefully we can get some more information on them. And then finally this evening we are going for a meal to the night market, which we've been looking forward to. It should be lit up and looking beautiful. But before we do any of this, we've been to the gym this morning and I did a workout on my triceps, biceps, did a little bit of shoulders and then my calf exercises again this morning, and then we headed down for breakfast. So I'll show you how that went. Done with the gym now and we have come for our breakfast, but we're sat outside today because it's a much nicer atmosphere. It's still nice and warm, although again it is raining. You might be able to see that on the pool. It's quite weird because the pool's sort of in the middle of the hotel, so you might not ever see the sun. So I don't know whether people ever sunbathe down here or that everyone just goes up to the top, but we'll have to find out if we come back in the summer. I've gone for Vietnamese breakfast today. So I've got the Vietnamese pork roll, is what it's called, mango cake, 2 ram cakes, which look different actually, because I've got something different in the centre of both of them, which I've only just noticed. And then Vietnamese cake is just what that was called. So let's give them all a try. What should we start with? This one looks quite sweet, so we're going to start with the Vietnamese cake. It's weird because it's got like seaweed. Maybe you're meant to hold these and just go for it. I don't think you're meant to eat the outside, so I'm not going to eat the outside, but that is strange. I don't know if I like that. I don't know why I've not just eaten it from the front where it's the easiest. I think it's because I thought you're meant to eat the outside too, but this is what it looks like inside. I don't know if you can get a close-up of that there. I don't know if it's mushy rice or something. It's weird. It's a very weird taste anyway, so I'm not sure if I like that. I'll leave that one on the side for now. Right, we'll leave the mango cake. Let's try one of these pork rolls next. It looks to me just like a pork dumpling. Let's see what it tastes like. It's very bland. Couldn't taste much there at all. It was sort of like just a dumpling, but without anything in it. But then I did get the taste of the crispy onions, which was quite nice. But overall, I wouldn't rate that either. So not a great start here. We'll try the ram cake. So there's 2 ram cakes. We'll just take a little bite out of each. We'll try this one first, which looks like it's got some form of custard or something inside. So it might be a sweet, this one. Very chewy, this one. Again, I'm not sure if I like that. I think it's like a mixture of a sweet and savoury, but the outside's a bit like a donut, but it's really thick and stodgy and chewy, rather than a normal donut, which is quite easy to eat through. I'll try the second one, which looks, I don't know what that is. It's got barely anything of whatever it is inside. I didn't get much of the flavour inside. It just tastes very similar to the other ones outside, where it's just very chewy and a bit like a donut. They've not blown me away. We've not had a great start here with the Vietnamese breakfast, especially compared to the Vietnamese food that we had yesterday in the cooking class. That was so good. So if you've not seen that, definitely go back and check this. But here we go, the last one, the mango cake. It had like a little ribbon around it. It's quite funny. Let's see what it looks like inside though. Well, next, like opening a present. Look, you get a present every morning here in Vietnam. It's well wrapped as well. You know what, this is going to be a trick, isn't it? It's going to be nothing in the centre of this. That's the first bit of wrapping paper. Oh my God, I didn't know that was it. It's like black. I thought the mango cake was going to be like a nice orange colour, but that is the cake itself. It's very sticky as well. Look, you can see it sticks to the seaweed or whatever it is. Oh my God, what is this? Don't think I like that. Don't think I've liked any of this, to be honest. It doesn't really taste of mango, to be honest. I don't know what's in the centre. That's weird. I don't like that. It looks almost fermented, which is even worse. But overall, I would not rate Vietnamese at breakfast. But Vietnamese food is very nice, apart from the breakfast. Back up from breakfast now, showered and ready to go. The weather outside is horrific, so it is tipping it down, which is not ideal. Going to have to get our coat out again. We're hoping that this will be the last week of rain, and then Vietnam is going to turn sunny for the rest of it. So it's been a bit of a shame though, because it's such a beautiful place, Vietnam. It's just we've not seen the weather. So let's get going into the Old Town and doing our final 4 attractions. Today I've opted for no coat because it got really warm yesterday, and instead we have got this umbrella here. It's huge, it's from the hotel, which is perfect. And as long as we don't lose it, we don't have to pay for it, which is nice. But as you can see, the weather is horrific. Massive puddles on the floor too, which we're having to dodge, and it looks like there's a big one coming up too, which is not ideal. So we've decided that our first stop is going to be the Japanese covered bridge, but I'm currently waiting for Beth, who is clothes shopping in there. So you can see she's doing a little bit of shopping. She's trying to find some skirts, I believe, some like coloured skirts. So she's been looking around a lot of different places, but they don't really do sizes here. Everything's like tailor-made, so it's quite annoying because she doesn't want to pay the money to get something tailor-made if she can just get something with a size. At least the shop's got some good YouTube videos on. Hey, subscribe Sheppy 10. 2 hours later and a couple of purchases from Beth, and we've made it to the Japanese covered bridge. I'll show you Beth's purchases this evening and how much each thing was, but we're going to make our way through now and explore the other side. I do love walking down these streets. Got like lovely artwork, got all the handbags and clothes, and then there's also really delicious food. There's like a Banh Mi place that did like all day Banh Mi. You have to watch out for bikes though. Almost just got taken out by a bike on the road. But yeah, it's got great food, great options for clothes, bags, pretty much everything you can get here. We're getting a little hungry now as we walk around the Japanese area, and we thought, let's go and get a banh mi from the All Day Banh Mi restaurant. I mean, the size of that, I'll be happy to have one of those right now. We decided on ordering a banh mi each because we're greedy and we're hungry too. So we've gone for it. They only cost 84,000 too, which is around £2.60, which is crazy really for lunch. Beth has got the vegetarian one, which is here. You can probably see a little bit inside. And then I have gone for the pork one, which has got pate with it too, and that looks really tasty as well. So Beth's going to show you around. We've got great views of the river too, and then on the other side of there is where we're checking out later on. So that's the night market on that side. So I'm hoping that that's going to have lots of nice restaurants and shops there too. But firstly, let's try our banh mi, see what it's like. I'm definitely going to miss these when we leave Vietnam. Really warm bread, warm pate inside, and pork. Tastes incredible. Best looks good too. We're going to enjoy this, and then we're going to head over towards the Hoi An Museum. I think there's a couple of stops on the way. So there's the assembly hall, and potentially we're going to see a demonstration of someone making some Black Sesame Soup. So that might be interesting too. And then we've got a little arts performance later on to go to as well. But we're going to finish this off and then we'll set off. That banh mi was incredible. So if you've never had one before, you must try one when you come to Vietnam. It's the best thing you've ever had, and it's ranked #1 apparently for the sandwiches of the world. But we're now going to walk along the river, and there's apparently like a bingo game at the end on this corner to check out. So we're going to have a look at that and see what that's all about. We've arrived at the spot of what's called traditional bingo, and it is Bai Choi in Vietnamese. And basically, if you'll see there's the one main stage here where the host stands. Then each one of these is filled with 5 to 6 players. It goes all the way around in a circle. Then everyone's given basically these cards or these bamboo sticks almost, which has engravings of animals, people, it can be whatever I think. And then they'll pick one of the cards and you have to sing the right song that corresponds to the card. And apparently if you sing it well, you get a yellow flag. And it's the person at the end with the most yellow flags that wins the game. But it's pretty cool just to see it. Obviously it's tipping it down right now, so I'm guessing that's why they're not playing it. But it's also, I believe, played at night because they have all the lights on, they've got loads of singing, it's quite a good spectacle. I don't know whether we'll be able to see any of it, maybe tonight we will, but if it rains like this, I highly doubt that they'll still be playing it. Now we're going to head over to the next spot, which is the Quang Trieu Assembly Hall, so let's get going. So here it is, the assembly hall of the Cantonese Chinese congregation, and they basically used this when the Cantonese came over to trade with the Vietnamese, so you'll see a lot of Chinese and Vietnamese design in here. The hall is known for its amazing ceramic dragon in the centre, and it's also, by the looks of it, got one of the sacred turtles on this corner. This assembly hall was actually dedicated to Guan Yu, who was a legendary general during the Three Kingdoms period. He was actually known for his loyalty and his wealth, so this is why they built this for him. There's so much cool artwork here in this assembly hall. And then you've got another dragon statue here made of ceramic in the centre of like a water fountain almost. And then finally there's a funny little goat statue here at the end. They must worship the goat or something, I don't know. I've never seen a statue like this before for a goat. The next stop is the Hoi An Museum, where hopefully we're going to learn a little bit more about the history and culture of Hoi An and Vietnam. But with our track record with museums, I'm not expecting too much, so let's take a look inside and see. So this is it, the Hoi An Museum. I've already got that feeling that it's not going to be great, but you never know, it might surprise me. Not a great start from the bottom floor. It was literally just art and ceramics. The second floor was much more interesting than the first, had some information on both the French Revolution and the American Wars. So I'd say yes to going to see that. I'd definitely prefer that over the other two attractions which we've seen so far. Now making our way down what is quite a cool street with lots of little cafes and shops. Kind of gives me like Greek vibes. We're on the way to see a show now, but we stopped off at the Black Sesame Demonstration Centre, and basically this guy and his family cook black sesame soup and sell it on the streets, but his dad died unfortunately 2 years ago. But we're still selling the soup over 100. He managed to reach 108, and he thinks it's because of the black sesame soup. So we definitely need to give it a try. He's going to bring it out in just a second, but there's ingredients in it like black sesame, which is perfect for reducing Alzheimer's. There was also root starch, I believe that's what it's called, and that was perfect for the liver. And he said if you drink that with some water after having alcohol and stuff, cures the hangover for sure. Then the sweet potato gives it the sweet taste rather than using sugar, so it's great for not getting diabetes. And then the last ingredient is herbs. That just gives it a nice little smell and taste. But this is his little house. It's funny, he's got pictures of his parents all over the place, and apparently they're all on social media, and quite a lot of people come here. And apparently with the black sesame seeds, a lot of kindergarten school children come here for 1 day a week to try the soup because it is good for your bones with the black sesame seeds. He's now gone over to just go and make us some of this soup and bring it out, but he's given us a tea to try first, which he said is a herbal tea, didn't he? So it had ginger in it. Can't really remember what else it had in it. I can just smell the ginger, so we'll give it a try and see what we think. It just, to me, I just love squash, and to me, tea just tastes like watered down squash. It's just never hits me well, so I've got to say I'm not a massive fan of that tea. So the black sesame soup has arrived, and I have to say I've never seen something this colour before, but the technique that you've got to do, instead of stirring, you have to eat from the outside and in. So we'll give some of it a try now. That's actually really nice. It's just such a weird look, but it actually tastes really good. It's quite sweet as well, which I was not expecting at all. This is definitely one of my favourite soups, to be fair. I'm usually not a massive fan of soup, but this actually tastes really good. It's got a much thicker consistency to the soup that you have in the UK too. But yeah, if it's good for you and it tastes nice, perfect combination. We've just finished with the black sesame soup demonstration. It cost 60,000 in the end, which we didn't expect there would be any cost because we assumed the ticket price would include everything, but it's fine. 60,000 is only like £2 anyway, so not too expensive. And it was definitely one of the best soups I had ever had, and I'm not even saying that because he was staring at me while I was doing the talk before. I'm being serious. It was quite sweet. The only weird bit was the skin that formed on the top after a while once it was cooling down, but apart from that, it was really nice. But now we're going to walk through the streets, check out a few more shops, restaurants maybe for this evening too, and then we're going to be heading over to the arts demonstration, which we believe is going to be like an act of some form, so that should be pretty cool to see. We have made it to the final activity of the day, the Hoi An traditional art performance, so hopefully we should be able to see some cool art. So we've just finished the show, and it's actually pretty good fun, and they played that bingo at the end, but we've just come out and look over there, the river is actually overflowing a little bit onto the path here where the cyclists are cycling through now. So it must have been raining quite a bit now, and hopefully it doesn't get too flooded. Because of all the weather and the bad rain, we've also decided against the basket boat for today. Might go and do it another day, but we'll have to see if the weather holds up, because it is meant to rain for most of the days whilst we are here. We also want to do the lanterns in the water too, so we're going to have to give that a miss today. But the night market this evening, we should be able to do that hopefully. We got back to the hotel, relaxed for about an hour, and now we're heading into the night market. I've gone for the coat rather than the umbrella because the night markets can get quite tight, so the umbrella's just getting in the way and stuff, and it's quite a big golf umbrella too, so you end up knocking people out with it. But we're going to get a taxi into the centre too, only because it saves about a 20-minute walk, plus it is raining, so it's a little bit miserable. We don't really want to be walking in the rain, but hopefully it will start to ease off, because I find in the evenings it does start to ease a little bit, especially compared to the mornings and the day. We've come down to reception and ordered a Grab taxi, which cost around 44,720 dong, which is about £1.39, so really cheap to get in, which is good news. We have made our way to the outskirts of the night market, and we're just heading our way in now, but it's looking cool. All lit up, loads of lanterns. And then take a look at this. We are going to do this on one of the days for sure. But look at all the boats in the water. Look how pretty it is with all of their own lanterns. It's all the lantern boats, and you can drop your own lantern into the water too. So we're definitely going to do that and make a wish. But yeah, it is beautiful. Definitely one of the most beautiful places I have ever been. It is a shame about the weather though. So when we do come back later on in the year in June, hopefully it'll be nice and sunny and it'll look even better. Just walking down here and recognising some famous faces as names of bars. You've got the Mr. Bean bar there. Then next to that is the Bob Marley bar too. It's really cool. And here it is, the entrance to the night market. It's a massive puddles on the floor. I can imagine this looking 10 times better in the sun, like I've already said a few times, but got stalls for lanterns here. Got little street food places too. Just seems like lots of lanterns and street food as you come in. It is a lot busier here, especially with all the umbrellas too. It just makes it quite compact, but it's still quite a nice night market. Lots more stuff to buy, and you can actually get the designer bags from here too, which is quite funny. But yeah, the weather is just not great. So just found the restaurant which we're thinking of going to tonight. And it's got like a market as you walk in with loads of crockery, teapots, saucers. Got people cooking over there. And then the Vise Market restaurant is where we're planning on eating tonight. It's very busy though. So hopefully we're going to be able to find a table, we'll have to see. Looks like there are some of the other restaurants where you can get food and drinks from, but I don't really fancy going to the Poison Cafe. That doesn't sound like the best place to go. Come in from the rain to Vise Market, which is really cool. Beth will show you around now. It's basically like a hawker that we saw in Singapore. It's got all the restaurants around the outside, it's seating in the middle. It's actually got some live music. The guitarists have literally just stopped a second ago. But there's plenty of restaurants to choose from. The menu's massive and all of the restaurants are in just one menu. You don't have to get up and go around all of them to see what's in them. It's all in one big, basically, book, which is nice. We've ordered the food and drink too. Our drinks have already arrived, so I've ordered 2 Fantas and Beth's got a Sprite. And then also our starter has arrived, which is white rose dumpling, a traditional starter here in Hoi An. Also ordered the traditional main, which is the cow lao, so I'm looking forward to trying that. It's vegetarian too, so Beth can give that a try. And then Beth's ordered the vegetarian chicken rice. So hopefully all the food should taste pretty good. We've been seeing it go past and hearing all the bells from all the different stations, and it all looks amazing. So we'll give the white rose dumplings a try. The dumplings have come in a pretty cool looking basket, so we'll do the big reveal in just a second. The sauce looks very similar actually to what we made in the cooking class with the carrots and the oil, but we'll have to see what it tastes like, whether it tastes just the same too. Here we go. Ooh, first time seeing it. Actually looks quite nice too. It's basically got shrimp, pork. I think it had some form of shellfish in there too, so we'll give it a try. I think the shellfish is meant to make it crunchy, which is why it tastes so good, from what I was reading about anyway. Oh, it sort of sticks to the chopsticks, which is nice, because... Oh, just as I say, I've lost it. I can't pick it up now. As you can tell, I still can't use chopsticks, even though we've been here for this long. It definitely tastes the shrimp. That's the dominant flavour in that. The sauce is really nice too, and it is just the same as what we did the other day. But that tastes amazing. Definitely you could start with this. I'd recommend you trying the white rose dumplings if you ever come here to Hoi An. And the rest of the food has now arrived. So I've got the cow lao, which I was told just as she arrived to mix it up. But before we do that, this chilli is definitely going away. Right, so we'll give it a quick mix up. Get the herbs in with the noodles. So it's herbs, noodles, and pork, I believe. And this feels like a poppadom. So it's crunchy, it's crispy. It's not like a naan bread. It's more like a poppadom. So yeah, let's try some of the noodles to begin with, so you can get a bit of pork too. This is also vegetarian pork, so Beth can try it. So it might not taste just as good as pork itself, but here we go. Let's give it a try. That is really nice, very flavourful, and it tastes like it should be spicy. But they were saying in the cooking class yesterday that in Vietnam they don't make it as spicy as Thailand, and I reckon if this was made in Thailand, my head would be blown off. But it's actually perfect spice temperature for me, so that is great news. Beth's got the vegetarian chicken rice, which also looks very tasty. We'll have to get her verdict at the end of it. But yeah, we're going to enjoy our meal here in the Vise Market, and then we're going to head back out into the night market to explore it further. But fingers crossed, when we go back out, the rain has stopped. We're fed up of it. The food was delicious. It was on the verge of being too spicy, but it was the perfect spice in the end. We're now going to walk back and forward through the Old Town, which has got an unbelievable number of shops. So you've got the fake bags over here. Got all the hats. We went past the Lego store a second ago, got loads of jewellery, bracelets, souvenirs, trays, pretty much everything you could want is in this night market. But yeah, one thing I was surprised is about the food. I thought I was going to get really bored of all the Asian foods, but because we're going to so many different places and they've all got their own sort of dishes, it's great to just try them all and don't get really bored of the food, which is great. So whenever you come, definitely try all the new stuff, because it just makes it 10 times better, all the food. So that is it for the night market. We're now on the outskirts of where it's sort of like a little island off of Hoi An. It is part of Hoi An, but that's like where the lanterns are in the centre 2, we're now going to head back. We've just gone to a supermarket and they've got chocolate and stuff, which I'll show you when we get back. 2, but I have to say it is beautiful. It's just a shame, like I've said about 20 times, about the rain. But it's a really good vibes. And we've made it back to the room. So we ended up walking home because basically they closed off a lot of areas for pedestrians so we can get to a taxi easily. On the way back, like I said earlier, we bought some sweets, well, some desserts for this evening. So I've got the Schotten white chocolate here, which is like a German white chocolate. It looks quite tasty. I'll have to give it a try. Beth's got this vegan diet chocolate. I'm not actually sure where it's from, whether it's made in Vietnam. Yeah, it's product of Vietnam. So she's got some Vietnamese dark chocolate. She's happy with that. And then we've got some of the classic Oreos as we usually do. That all came to 185,000. So that's about £5.75. So it's quite expensive just for those 3 things, but it is nice chocolate. So it was kind of like a Holland and Barrett store, but she went into rather than like a normal market. We're just going to give one of the cubes a quick try. So if you've made it this far, put hashtag white chocolate in the comments section below. But let's see what it's like. That is good. It melts in your mouth. I've not had white chocolate in so long. That is delicious. So like I said earlier, I would show you what Beth bought today. Starting off with the green top, which is here. She bartered it down to 110,000, which is around £3.41. And that looks really nice. And then she's bought a Fendi Roma scarf, which came to 250,000, which is £7.75. So obviously that's real and not fake. You'll have to let us know down in the comments below whether she did a good job at bartering or whether she could have got it for a lot cheaper. But that is going to be it for the vlog today. So I do hope you all enjoyed exploring Hoi An with me. And if you did, do make sure to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you did enjoy. We've got plenty more vlogs coming out and it does go a long way to supporting the channel. So I will see you in tomorrow's vlog where hopefully we'll be doing a bit more exploring and maybe some lantern making and letting a lantern out into the river too. So I'll see you all in the next one.